Didn't even ask me what I wanted. You made dumb assumptions. Clearly not your fault.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sonia Gesalora. I'm from Group 2, so I'm here as a moderator of Group 2. Then I'm going to tell you guys about our material. It is a process. Translation is a process and product. So without any further ado, let's get started. Translation is a process of converting message, thought, feelings, others, or any other verbal utterance expressed in one language into messages of the same meaning and value in other languages. Different languages use different names to label this process, but all of these names indicate that this process consists of convention and transmission of messages to people who do not use the shortest language system and cannot understand the message code without the process of convention and transmission into the system that they use for communication. It is highly important to be aware of the fact that what is translated are not simply the element of one system being replaced with the corresponding element of another language's system, what is or should be. Translate is the expresses message for the message to be translated into another language or the target languages. It must be expressed in the source language. It must remain the same in both languages. The receivers of the translate message must receive the same content as the receivers of the original message.
A process or a product, as there is a set of rules and elements which relate symbol to their meanings. A language can be considered an instrument for humans, so they can form a large number of utterances from a fixed set of elements. Though the specific element, principles, and rules may vary among multiple figures to such extent that we can identify thousands of different languages across the globe. Although all the systems serve to establish the communication between group members who can understand those elements and rules and use them to communicate with each other.
How translation behaves like a process. Translation is a process that converts thoughts, feelings, message, orders, or other verbal sentence expressed in a language into another language of same value and meaning. Different languages use specific names for this process, but the name indicates that the process consists of transmission and conversion of message for the people who rarely use such language and are not able to understand the message without transmission and conversion process into the system. It is very important to know the fact that translate to be content is not simply the elements that are being replaced with elements of other target language system, but it should be translated in a way to express a message.
How translation behaves like a product. In the field of translation, another term product is also implied, and it is considered that translation is also a product itself. It is a translated material or product that the translator produces. Douglas Robinson states, translation is different things for different groups of people. For those who are not translators, it is primarily a text. For people who are, it is primarily an activity. To understand the concept, the following distinction between both the process and the product should be considered.
The three stages of the translation process. Step 1. Translation. Translation means to render a text that is in one particular language to another language. It's the accurate transference of information in order to represent the original document to the target document. Step 2. Editing. In this step, the editor also works with the translation tool. However, his or her task is not about translating, but more about revising segment by segment, ensuring that the translator has made an accurate and faithful translation of the original document, that they have completely understood the text and not missed any information, that there have been no omissions, and that any guidelines given by the customer have been fully complied with. Step 3. Proofreading. In this final stage, we know that the translation and editing stage of the text have been completed. So in the proofreading or correction stage, it should not be necessary to refer to the original text. This final review will focus mainly on the premise that the translated text sounds natural and reads smoothly in the target language. In addition, the detecting any inconsistencies with regard to punctuation and capitalization, document formatting must be checked for possible issues relating to fonts and image. Plus, the document must be checked for any typographical errors.
So that's all for us, guys. I hope you guys understand what we said in our material. So I will see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.